He play the songs that keep you uplifting every time. He play the songs, he play the songs. Yeah, you don't know, say a bigger the teacher we are talking about, you know, on the Vibes Entertainment Live podcast. Every Saturday from 6 to 7 p.m. Milton Blake said that.
Loaded with information, yet them refuse to teach. Wealth and riches them a seek. Full of information, yes, them still not teach. The almighty plan them a breach. Bigger, the real teacher. Teach them bigger. J.R. Blessing answer that.
Yes, I check. Good afternoon, people. You don't know, give thanks and praise unto the Most High Jah Rastafari. Special guest today, reggae dancehall superstar out of Toronto, Canada, Beeno. Yes, introducing. Yes, I, DJBIGGADETEACHA. Welcome, Mr. Albino. Yes, give thanks and praise unto the Most High. Good
And to the
evening,
most
brother.
I give thanks and praise. You know the quenching, my brother. One bigger tea, you don't know, say one New Jersey, you don't know the place tea already. You know, say the music we have never make we thirsty. We just keep it moving like, yo, you know, say like Jersey, you see, sure. Yeah, man, big up everybody upon the live to them, man, and welcome, man. It's an honor. Thank you for having me. And you don't know the quenching already. We're there. We're doing the reasoning.
Yes, sir. Well, to be honest, you know, say within the reggae music, they have so much reggae artists around the world, so much talented reggae artists that, you know, every radio station plays different kind of music. So I want to big up Show No Mercy Promotion to highlighting you because I
Yeah.
never really heard your music before. I want to start
Yes.
listening to your music. It is conscious, it is clean, it is excellent. So I was asking her, why there are so many talented artists out there that spreading the music and you don't really hear them? You know what I mean? Um, I look at selectors and DJs, you know, even if you play one song from an artist, you know what I mean, so that people could know that they're that different type of artists from all over. It's like when I interview um, Sergeant Romo from Texas a couple of months ago, I never heard of Sergeant Romo, and then I never know that Mexico got reggae artists. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So the reggae music spread all over the world. The whole
Uh,
world, reggae music spread, you know. So with all said and done, just introduce yourself, my friend. Yeah, man.
well, with all that said, you know, say reggae music is it's a global movement, universal even. You understand it, and it's more from a spiritual lineage, to be honest with you. So, you know, you touch on the topic before I introduce myself, because I just have to make clear of it. You touch on the topic of why is there so much great, talented artists out there preaching and bringing that positive message, but yet still you just hear about them. Like even Romo, you just make mention of it. Have my head like, whoa, I've never heard of him either. You just introduced me to somebody new. Yeah, you're over. So it's when you do positive work, I think it always going to get a fight. We grew up born in this world knowing that my grandmother and grandparents them teach me that the more good you do, the more fight you get. So I guess that's where it derives from. You understand? The more good you do, you know what I mean? It's like when them say, Yashua, turn the other cheek. But you overs, we in life, we turn the other cheek, not necessarily because we are weak or we're afraid. We turn the other cheek because we know to do better. And he who knows to do better is going to continue doing better. So we're going to continue, Albino will continue making new music. And on that note, people, who don't know what the quenching is no benching. This is Albino, the girl them Vino. The girl them love me like fine wine. Then you're not mine. You know, we're there with bigger teeth on the Saturday, just a whole like quenching in our people. So you don't know, say, yo, I and I is AL-BEENO, divine Divino. Albino, the quenching God, the quenching King. Welcome, welcome, blessings. Thank you for having me.
Respect and manners. First, I love history. So where were you born?
I was born in Kingston, Jamaica. Kingston 13 to be exact. Hospital Jubilee. And I'm derived from same place where Yellow Man, same block where Yellow Man come from, Maxfield Avenue.
John Star. Yes, so what about schooling and them thing?
Well, schooling at a very young age, I went to school up in Maxfield up until the age of maybe 6, 5, and then I transcended down to the north side, which is Senton, and from Senton, I attend school maybe from grade 3, grade 4, up until grade 8, until I migrated to Canada.
What year you migrated to Canada?
Oof, um, a very long time ago, That was 1988.
John Star. So since you migrated, did you ever go back to Jamaica anytime?
Many times, many times, many times, many times. I mean, the music, not in the later lateral years that just passed since COVID. You know what I mean? But before COVID take place, I was going back and forth. You know what I mean? Pretty active on the music scene. You know what I mean? Getting my music out there, getting my image out there, and just the personality of Albino and who Albino really is and about. But yeah, I've been in Jamaica. Like the first song I've ever released was Albino My Name, and that was released in like 2003, early 2003, 2002, them time that the song released. And from that song, I think even up to this date, and releasing that song, I don't think 3 days passed with me releasing that song, and then I got invited to go perform on Reggae Sunfest and open up Reggae Sunfest. So that song really opened a lot of gateways for me.
That's a blessing, man. Give thanks, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You
man,
see,
blessing.
there's when you spread the good word, like I always call it, permanent crop. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's not cash crop. It's based upon the lyrical content. And we put out is 2003, and
Yes,
it's a joy that you start singing the conscious music, and up to this day you're still singing the reality music. So
yes, because
at what
it's
age what age you start
I,
singing?
I started at Mother Ross Church at a very, I would say, the age of 6. At the age of 6, I just gravitated to the craft of, like, like how the hip hop guys them do it, or you know what I mean, like. And at those times, it was like the Lieutenant Stitchy, the Brigadier Jerry, the Charlie Chaplin, even the King Yellow Man. Cause at a very young tender age, from like 6, when I went to the country now to live, cause my mom migrated to Canada to say she's gonna go make a better life for me and my brother. Big up my mother. Um, she made everything possible. She and my father. And we just want to say big up my mother and my father. Yeah, big up my mother and my
Yeah,
father.
man. Yeah, man.
But
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
big up
Respect.
Ja, big up Ja, but I have to respect my mother and my father. Without my mother and my father, people, uno have albino. You understand? And them, they taught me well. They taught me well. They taught me how to be a great person, a kind person, a loving person, a forgiving person. That's what my parents taught me how to be. You understand? And all the people that were surrounding me in my upcoming and upbringing. So,
Let me endorse before you continue. The Bible says, honor your mother and your father, and your days would be longer. Go ahead,
yes,
brother.
absolutely. So, going to the country now, and, you know, down at the country, I kind of find a different freedom as I look at young youth and them tender age, like 7, 8 years old. Me gonna every dance. Me gonna every dance because being such a high stigma person, which I am, with the albinoism, anywhere I turn, somebody say, yellow man, yellow, yellow, whatever, sing a song, sing a song. So even if I wasn't meant to do music, the way I hear people embedded in me as a little youth coming up, and like I said, sneaking away to dances. I used to sneak away and go to the dances where Barry G and Yellow Man was at that dance. And I would go right up in the front and just take in everything. And everybody said, look at Yellow Youth, I watch the King, I watch Ray, 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 Ray. So I grew up knowing of him. I grew up observing music, you know what I mean? Just loving every part of music. Like, you know what I mean? I can name out the list from the Commodores to the Bee Gees, you name it, the list of music that I love. It just didn't start with just regular dancehall. It started way before that, just hearing. my grandmother plays certain music and bigger people around me play certain music. When I would walk into the bars, them as a little young youth, and I say, "Yellow, come here, man. What you drink?" And I say, "Me I drink one Heineken or one Guinness," and they'll buy it and give it to me because those were the golden days where, as a kid, you could have walked in at the store, buy a bottle of Guinness, Heineken, even cigarette, because they say somebody saying to come buy it, a shop, right? So I grew up knowing everything that existed that I need to be aware of, stay away from, what is good for me, what is bad for me, who is good for me, who is bad for me, you know what I mean? What in a stage of governing everything that's gonna be a part of my journey. Even though the noise around me is so loud at times and a lot of people and everything, but I always as a person govern my actions and what I am meant to do. And I don't try to let any outside noise distract what my purpose and my journey is. So to answer your question, I knew from the age of 6 that I love music and I wanted to do music and I wanted to sing music and I wanted to perform music. And it came from a song called You Better Get Right with God. Because at the age of 6 in church, they asked me if I wanted to address the congregation and sing a song for them. And that's the song that I sung. And from that moment, I knew that I love music. And anywhere I go, it followed me. People would grab me and put me on the stage. As a young youth going to like, in Jamaica, we have like fun days where all the schools will get together and have track meet. So you always have a couple big sound system. So as the evening gets darker, kids go home, big people dance start. Me still dead it. Me still gonna big people dance because them gonna let me in. Because them gonna say, "Yellow, come in and come bust some moves." So me would have go in and dance because I used to love dancing. So that was one of my key to get into the dancehall scene as a young youth. And like I tell you, when I get to the gate, them letting me into the center. Them a let me in. Them a say, "Let in yellow man. Let in yellow. Come in, come dance." And then I go in and I dance and mash it up. Then them say, "Yo, yellow, touch your mic." And they would give me the mic. I didn't know how to formulate lyrics and freestyles and all that quite as good as whatever. But I do my thing and I would get my forward and then I would have to hide from school for a couple of weeks. Can't go to school because of what I sung on the mic. And the teachers, them and the principal, them gonna flag you for the content you sung on the mic. So I grew up in those kind of levels and experience.
So therefore, you come from song system.
Yes, yes. I grew up thinking I was like Jack Ruby Sound or like Radigan or Barry G. Because I used to have my mom sent me and my brother two little cassette radio. We on the top you can either put it on radio and go up on FM AM, but you have a little slot pan where you can put in the cassette. But in the country, down at Golden Grove in Senton at the time, I only me and my brother have a little radio, so my bigger uncle them want to take with the radio to go listen to Race Horse and Bet. So we that always take a little radio and have a little battery in it and gone, a little bush and gone, play a sound system and clash on them thing, them, me and my brother and my cousin them, you understand? Because my cousin, it was a lot of us, like maybe 14, 15, 16, 17 cousins when we link up. And we all live in the same neighborhood, you know what I mean? Sometimes we all share the same bed. So we grew up entertaining ourselves, especially on the rainy days, putting on shows on the veranda. So I grew up doing that.
It's such a great thing when you come from song system. Song system
Hmm.
artist is a different type of artist than what must I say, the nowadays artists, because song system train you a lot, because a lot of artists these days they can't write rhythms.
No,
So
because
much.
sound system deal with a lot of discipline and a lot of growth and stages. And if you can't angle certain rhythm, because for me, being an artist, being a dancehall artist slash reggae artist that just love the genre and the culture, and I'm from that culture, um, it takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of you putting yourself diverse into exactly what it is you love to do, no matter how much people say, "Yo, whatever, whatever." I never gave people that opportunity to say, "Oh, he's not good." You know what I mean? Even if they say it, I knew deep down inside, you don't validate what I'm doing. Trust me, because me know what me I do. Me know I say the confidence for me having me to do this. God know where I do why me do this. You understand? Just like I said, like everybody have them own gift, them own part. We all equally gifted. But it's the work ethic that you put in. When I feel learn at one point within myself that boy I want to learn to write any one drop rhythm. And it got to the point where I'm just like, yo, we can't we have to learn to write any one drop rhythm. And people say, yo, don't rhythm, they're boring, them boring, them boring. But that's a part of my upbringing, that a part of my blueprint. Like I said, those old school foundational rhythm, if artists don't know how to handle them or don't try to handle them, they have no clue what they're missing out on. You know what I mean? So those rhythms to me is like they are a must. They're a part of the background of the blueprint. So how could you skip out the blueprint and then just jump to a next thing? That means you gotta do something else totally different. When I say nothing wrong with it, but don't confuse it. You understand? It's either you know the theory or you don't know the theory. And the only way you know the theory, you have to do the homework. You have to read what's in the book to discover what's in the book. You understand? You can't just look on the cover on the front and say, okay, the book named Tom Sawyer. Yeah, but what was Tom Sawyer about? You know what I mean? What was his goings and his comings about? You know what I mean? What was his ups, downs about? You know what I mean? So there's so much information within dancehall and reggae music and the one drop and the culture that as an artist you have to study. People may not say you study it and realize, but you have to study it. You have to be aware of it. You know what I mean? So therefore, you can pay the right homage to how you need to because I'm not doing anything with this music that hasn't been done before. I'm just adding my touch of albino to it.
Positive because within the music fraternity these days, right? When you hear certain artists perform, automatically you know that they come from the grassroots of the music because
Yes.
their vocals are different and the introduction to the music when you listen, it's a vintage introduction.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Because when you come from the old school, especially when it comes to the reggae and the type of rhythm that you sing, when you listen certain artists, even self is the nowadays reggae, but when you listen them, the intro, you could know the upcoming artists and the old artists because the old artists they put to the old reggae style and mix it with the new reggae style. So the
Yes.
intro alone, you just know when I hold the mic and I'm ready to say something. Like how soon as you come on and you start to lyric your introduction,
Mm-hmm.
that's vintage.
Yes, because you have to have that unique thing about your cadence. Your cadence have to have a uniqueness about it, and at the same time, like I said earlier, you have to practice and build on it. Like when I say, "Yo, quench them," right away, who you know say quench them? Albino say quench them, right?
Positive.
No, no. If we get the opportunity to be in the world's eye or the world's ear or view with that, it will go wider. You understand? A broader audience will be like, "Oh wow, I never heard this person before," whatever. And for as long as I've been doing this music, no day has passed that somebody new don't come to me and says, "Yo, I've never heard of you before. I see your music. You're really good." And that happened to me every day so far, and I've been doing this for such a long time, right? So for me, music is not an overnight success or one again material wealth or gains from this or these things that you see. I just do it genuinely from the art because I like it and I love it. And if that lyric don't tell me and that rhythm don't tell me to say this on it, I'm not gonna go out there and say what the master is saying and do what the master is doing. I'm not. I just won't. I wasn't designed to do that. I'm designed to be albino, express albino. You know what I mean? And give you that side of me.
That's the next thing with music, you know. Rhythm get a lot to do with artists because the organic artists them they get a sensitive ears when they hear a rhythm. You could give an artist a rhythm right away, so I say, yeah, this is a shot. And then you give an
Mm-hmm.
artist a rhythm, you can tell her, I'm gonna call you back on this. Next thing you know,
Yeah.
3, 4 days, he never call you back because you know why? You don't feel it.
Yeah.
You understand?
It's either
So
it's either you don't it's either you don't feel it or maybe the creativity, because I have a rule with myself. No matter how complicated a rhythm is, I'm not gonna give that rhythm the opportunity to say I can't handle it. Me have to definitely don't feel the rhythm, which in that case, as an artist, you shouldn't feel anyway to say, you know what, producer? Yeah, that one in your mind. It's not that you can't handle it, but there's certain you have to know which rhythms are your rhythm. You understand? Because you have a lot of artists out there will be killing themselves with a rhythm because somebody tell them that, oh, this rhythm is bad and this. You have to know that rhythm is not for you. And nothing ain't wrong with that. You can move to the other one. There's other rhythm that's sicker, that's better, but because of your cadence, your note, your tone, this one don't sit well with you. You understand? Maybe it sit with Kobe, but it don't sit with Michael Jordan. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to also know, like, cause it's you're marketing a product. You're a product, so you have to know this your sound and be aware of your sound and know which rhythm, bass line, and which combination of things work with your sound. Cause if you try to put your sound with something that clearly doesn't work, then you're clearly creating failure, and you're creating that feedback where somebody's gonna tell you exactly what you already know deep inside. This doesn't work. So for
yeah,
me, instead of letting them do that, I'm gonna do something that works. I'm gonna present something that works. It's like with work. It's like I'm not gonna do a job twice. I'm gonna do the job properly the first time. So the first time I do the job properly, it means I would not have to do it the second time again because I did something wrong the first time. So you going on a rhythm as an artist that don't suit you, whose fault is that? I guess that's why back in the days we used to have A&Rs and managers and publicists, people to guide you. But nowadays we're with the digital level that we're in, you have to be able to listen and say, okay, there's no manager, there's no whatever. You have to know. How do you know, excuse me, how do you know if you never do the homework? Like we said, you have to put in the homework. You have to know. Because when a rhythm come my way, doesn't matter which producer it is, it's not about a feeling. I'm gonna say, listen, you hear with me fairly, okay, you as a producer, you hear what Albino sing and you hear what Albino sing. It's your duty to know that, okay, this is the cadence I'm gonna approach Albino with because I hear how him sound, me know him sound, I'm familiar with him sound. So you're not gonna approach him with something that you be like, okay, straight from out of left field. No, you're gonna approach a person with something you know works. So therefore, when you and them going in the studio and then put it on, them eyes just light up and the artist just ready for it, jump on it. That's when you know it works. If the artist have to be like, leave it for a
yeah,
different art.
yeah. Because some artists too, right? Some artists, like if you give them a rhythm, you understand? Some of them straight up, they will tell you, yo, hey, what, bigger. I mean, I really feel this kind of rhythm, you know. I mean, respect that because, you know, when I give a man a rhythm, a man say, yeah, man, I love it. And then when you're back torn, you say, how am I going to them thing that? This thing not really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
That's
No, you
something
have
I
to be
like.
truthful.
That's something I love pretensive people. I love people like straight, them was straight, like the great J.R. Blessington say, music is substance for uplift humanity. You understand? Your
Big up
music have to
JR
get,
Blessing. Big
yeah,
up JR
man.
Blessing every time. Art love.
Yeah, man. Milton Blake and all them, brother. Them, man. With the
Mm.
music, you know what I mean? The music, your music have to get substance. You know what I mean? Because your lyrical content, when you're putting it out there for people to listen, you want it to gravitate. Especially your melodies and all these things these days within the music because you don't know everybody get a studio. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Somehow would mix a song, right? Mix a master, but it not balance. So when you mix a bomb and
No,
put it
no
inside
balance.
of there, it not balance because enough people don't know for balance music, you know. They just mix a master, but
No,
they don't know
no,
for, don't know
they
for
because
balance.
the digital era just have their ears so confused because at first in the first stages them ears couldn't tell in the first place, right? So now them get this tool that everybody can do it themselves. But not because you can do it yourself and put it on and do it. No. That's why it's important to let everybody that do their part in music do their part. The producer, the artist are the artist, the engineer are the engineer. The person mastering the music, different from all the engineer. A lot of these artists don't know that the first stage of the music, the first stage of the mastering is No different from you writing it, recording it. That's the first stage. Right? The second stage and the final stage is actually getting it mastered, right? By somebody that have that ear to say, okay, this is where albino voice supposed to be. This is where the rhythm supposed to be. And at the end of the day, the voice is in its one pocket, the rhythm is in its one pocket, and nothing ain't clashing against each other. And that is what I try to bring forth in my music, in terms of when you hear that overall quality. I may not have a lot of it, but trust me, right now, the pace that I'm going to be on and the motivation I have right now, no song's gonna come out and I hear the quality, and you're gonna hear that quality where I'm like, you know what, it's the quality. Because if somebody hears that quality right off the bat, right away, they they can't find fault with anything. But if you don't give them the right quality, they're gonna pick out all the faults and tell you to go back to the drawing board. And you know how 90% of people is can't take constructive criticism. They get right in their feeling because everybody that doing this thing thinks that their shit is hot bread,
The
right?
statement, this statement that you make just now, I wish some young engineer could listen to the statement that you just make. When it comes to criticism and mastering a music with a song, because a lot of young engineer, they looks at the time you spend in the studio and how much money
Yeah.
they want to make out for you. They don't study the endurance. The endurance is that when you produce a good song, people gonna come and look for you. Cause first thing I say, oh, who produced the song? Who is the engineer? And then
Absolutely.
when you get to the engineer, you ask the engineer who master it.
Exactly. Absolutely. And a lot of them don't know, like with mastering the song, maybe when the song is getting mastered, not maybe. I definitely know because I go through the process. You know what I mean? Big up Street Six Classic. One Street Six Classic. I have to say big up Street Six Classic because the music I'm working on right now, he's the producer. You understand? And both of us try to be on the same page in terms of listening, lyrics, and putting it together. He's in Jamaica and I'm in Canada, but we make it work because, all right, if I'm gonna go vice, because I vice myself, right? I vice myself. So if I once I go in the studio, I know in myself how to take my vocals because it was something in me after going around to many studios and have to wait and engineer and this and it. Sometimes you did it all day and nothing, you know, get to do no work. So I set up learn how to voice myself properly, how to take the vocals properly. You know what I mean? And from I start doing that, I realized, something is up, right? But when you learn to do it yourself the proper way, and you cut out the miggle, what do you excuse? You have no choice because thank God that they gave us the technology and the software that we can do it ourselves now. But you still have a lot of people that's not doing it effectively because even though I do it, you know, and I say, okay, they got to listen to this song, yeah. And you say, yo, this song bad, but I say, yo, no master yet. But you say, no, man, I'm gonna stop you. I'm gonna stop you because it's not, it's not ready yet. You know, yeah, you over what I'm saying? It's not. So you're not gonna give them a product that's unfinished. You can't give them a pre-release or something and make them say, okay, this is what I go on and make them feel something. But you're not gonna push a product if it's not fully to the quality of the sound. And so much people have been doing that it fractuates people's ears out there now because you're hearing so much of it. Where you're just hearing so much quality that just like, nah. And then they don't understand why people don't gravitate to it because the quality of the content is not up to par. And whether or not you believe that there's a measuring margin system out there that does that, there is a system that does that that says, okay, right off the bat, we ain't gonna pay attention to this. Right off the bat, whoa, this is hot. Let's run this. There's a difference. You giving people the option to critique your work? Are you giving people a product that they try to critique, and if they even critique it, it's only in a positive way because you hit all the nails on the head, opposed to not hitting all the dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's, right? So you have to do it properly, and then when you do your part, the engineer has to do his part. The mix master person has to do their part. The person making the rhythm has to do their part. But you have to allow everybody to do their part. But we go
Positive.
wrong when we don't do that.
Positive. So, how many albums or songs you get out there? You could give an idea of how many songs or album you have out there.
I've never really looked at it like that because for one, I've never really worked with a lot of producers. So my body of work, most of it consists of what I did. And I would say 2022, when COVID hit, and then it slowed me down from going out and performing live all over the place. That's when I finally like focused on a body of work where I put out maybe 12 or 13 songs finally for myself for the first time, you know what I mean, through DistroKid. Meaning I wrote them, I mixed them, and I put them out myself. I didn't worry about the mastering because you have other little things like Lander or DistroKid where you can send it through their little thing engine and they master it and then they give you a green check mark to say, okay, whether or not it's at quality, right? So I went through all those process. I did that and I found that, wow, I like this because I signed up with DistroKid and I pretty much produced for myself, shot a video for myself, edit it myself because I wanted to learn how to do video work too. But doing all of that made me realize that it's good that you can do as much as you can, but it's also like a downfall for you to try to do everything yourself. If you notice, I'm emphasizing on the fact that we all need to play our part. The drummer is the drummy, the guitar is the guitar, the bass player the bass player. You understand? The keyboard player the keyboard player. Everybody have to play them part, so therefore they can put their full focus and energy into that part. So when everything comes bind together, there's no leak in the cracks.
2022 make I learn a lot of things too. Um,
Yeah.
Everything that I'm doing, because 2022 is just then I start. I know music. I used to be an executive producer back in the Caribbean, even though I produce and I never get a cent because I love the music so much that I do a lot of financial business within
Yeah.
the music, manage a lot of artists. I come from Guyana. I carry them to Jamaica. I work with Philip Fates. You know what I mean? May his soul rest in peace. I never really
Rest
make
in
no.
peace.
I never really make no money, even though I spent some time up at Anchor Recording Studio. But 2022, I know the music then is gonna start. I said, man, let me start DJing. I learned every single thing. So I'm an independent person, like how you
Mm-hmm.
are right now. Because when you're independent, you get a lot of privilege. And I want to tell you congratulations and learning everything yourself. Because when you learn everything yourself, and if you get somebody around you know, automatically you know what you want, what you're looking for. You
Yes.
understand?
Yes.
Because they might just come
Yes.
and add a little more, like 10% to it, but 90% you don't know what you want.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
never worried about you putting yourself to learn a lot of things is a good for learn things off your own. Because before I used to ask people to do posters, do all these things for me. Something used to cost $200-300, but just that I like it. I used to use OBS them time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And a, 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 a good friend of mine, which in the tag with me was a real good friend, I saw him doing interviews. So I asked him, I said, man, oh, you got to pour stuff on your screen. He's telling me a Jim Crack bring around good, but some software, I said, man, why you come up to my studio and help me out? He said, yeah, I'm going to come and call you
Mm-hmm.
before you never answer. I go on YouTube and I do my own research. Thank God. And here's where I am. I learn everything myself. So things that you learn yourself. DistroKid. The thing what I don't like with DistroKid and a lot of these digital platform is that they take money from you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And but when something go wrong, they want you to email them. You can't get them direct.
Yeah.
And it's kind of painful. The customer service is bad because
Mm-hmm. Very
I
bad.
use I use the shortcut for artists that I manage it. I add up some songs. I'm looking for the songs I can't find it, even though they take it out $99 a year, and then I think it's $10 every month. So it's a lot of money. It's like within this music business, Buju Banton always quote, your music gone up into the clouds because if you music and sell on this show, kid, you still have to pay them for keep it up there every month, right?
Yes.
You pay
Yeah.
$99 a year,
Yeah.
$10 a month for they keep it up. So
Yeah.
one song is like 99 cents or 125. So sometime a month you sell one or two songs, but then you pay X amount of money for they to, so for them to keep it.
Mm-hmm.
You being a loser. But with this show, kid, now after me see it, I just changed my debit card and I done with them. I got to the next one named Ditto, sign up with them, same thing. Change my debit card because they are frauds. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
respect a lot of people. Like I interview Avron the other day, and his music, he have his own website, avronmusic.com. You could go there and purchase his music. And I respect that because sometimes artists come and they want the music to play. Playing it is not a problem, but when you play it and it's on Spotify and all these social media platform, because of copyrights, me
Yes.
as a host, I get a strike warning from YouTube for shut my page down because I play music that is somebody
Mm-hmm.
else
Mm-hmm.
content. So if
Mm-hmm.
everyone say, listen, you could play my music because I sell my own music, so I play it. So when it upload now, it see it mark sharing. Because I never make a cent on YouTube, never make 1 cent on none of them platforms. Not never gain a cent. So people might think that I'm making money, but I just love what I'm doing. You understand?
And a lot of
Within the
people don't
music business.
understand that most majority of us don't make any money on this platform. We just love what we're doing and we do it for the love. Forget about the money. We're not doing it from the lateral part of saying, okay, just monetary gain of physical gain and worth. No, we do this because we love it. Because if you should talk about the money, to be honest with you, what my advice would be for everybody, including myself, all these experiences happen to us for one main reason. You know what that is? Doesn't matter what excuse anybody, you, me, want to come up with about this kid. It's the fact that we don't know the full ramification of the business that we're in. None of us knows the full hundred of it, but we can. But when you find out how to navigate your business, because you're that product, and you can control what you that product is, instead of saying, okay, I'm gonna sell out my product, and then when I sell out my product to a bigger distributor now, and they start distributing it, I don't understand the business ramification that they're using their money to get it into places that you didn't, even though it's your product and it's you. But you have to understand they just use their money to get it on that wide scale. So all that success that's happening with it, even though you're part of it, it's still not you. It's the investment of their money that they put to make it get on that level. If you had that money, you could have done it yourself, just like you're saying the gentleman has his own website, right? So I would say 99.9% of us go through this and keep going through this in business because yes, there's no blueprint for us to say, okay, learn it right off the bat when we get into it or we love it and we feel it or whatever. And let's be real, there's no honest people out there or persons out there that's successful already that's gonna come and say, oh, let me share this with Bigger T. Let me show Bigger T what he's doing because he's on the right path. There's no way they're gonna do that because people have that closing mentality that, oh, because I have done it and I had to go through such a hardship obtaining and gaining this, why should I just give it to you for free? But you don't understand when you do that to yourself, what you're doing to your culture of people. It's like, all right, I'm gonna leave this planet one day. What am I here for? Okay, I have a life insurance. If I can't put it in my son's name, I can't put it in my grandkid's name, I can't put it, I'm gonna put it in my niece's name, my nephew's name, I'm putting it in somebody's name. I'm leaving a mark so they can say, oh, that's what Albino did. But you can't just live and don't leave a mark and just know that you're not leaving a mark and don't do something to leave a mark. You have to do your job is to leave a mark on here. And in our culture, that don't happen. So Albino, I say it right now upon this interview. When is people gonna wake up in our culture and realize that, bro, you're not leaving back a legacy? Because you're thinking selfishly, like you have the time right now and you think the time right now is for you. No, it's not for you. It's for your spring that's coming after you. So you're just playing your part. So Albino just trying to play his part as best as I can. That's my advice I can tell the world. None of us are
Yes,
gonna be here forever.
so true. You know, the musical platform, right? Production is expensive. We all know, right? For just to do one song, even say you're a singer songwriter, independent, it still costs a lot of money for produce one song.
But not cutting you. A song can cost any amount of money you want it to cost. You. Because if you're investing in yourself, forget the outside noise of all the other ramifications that's attached to music. You're the artist, you're the singer, you have the product, you voice it in the studio, you have the business know-how, meaning you have the business know-how, not taking a guessing, you don't know what's happening, you're gonna invest your money, then you lose, you say, oh, you got rip off. You have to know. So once you know and you create that product, you can't put 1 million into it, 2 million into it, 3 million into it. It's what you put into it is gonna make it gain that success that the outside noise is gonna look at, because you have to look at it like this. Whatever you feed to people, if you feed it to them in a way where they can't deny it, they're not gonna deny it. If you feed it to them in a way where it's just like they're not gonna pay attention to it. So again, when you say music is expensive, we know it's expensive, but you can cut through so much. Like I'm telling you, you can cut through so much. It's all about investing in your craft, in you. You can't be thinking, oh, this person didn't help me and that person didn't help me. No, bro, the train has to keep moving. I don't have time to worry about who didn't help me along my journey. I got to keep my journey and learning as much as I can. I knowing that, okay, you know what? I couldn't put I couldn't put 150, but I put 75.
Well,
But what that's
the point I'm making, the reason why I said that the production is expensive is that when you put out this music out there, okay, remember now, a lot of selectors don't play certain artists because they play the ones where they like for hearing at the dance hall. People could hear it. They don't play it on the radio. But when they're home or in their cars, they play the music like you. They're going to listen to you. But in the dance and over the radio, they don't want to play it. So when selectors like me and other selectors that stream on Facebook and these other different platforms willing to highlight the artists playing the music. I understand the copyrights business. You have to sign up to make sure people don't take your content and use it for do other things, which is part of the business. But what I'm saying, DJs and selectors shows they get a privilege. You know what I mean? Himself is, let me say, 15% a privilege for play artists on social media within getting flag or strikes because you highlighting the artists. Because a lot, okay, at first you used to do an album. Now people change it to EP anyway. You do an album costs $7.99. Right? You know if you sell 100 album by $7, it's $700. Easy. Right?
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now you get an album or an EP. It's based on streams. A stream is 0.2 cents per stream.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I said? Okay, well, if you develop depending on streams, okay, one of the most biggest thing for your music these days is TikTok. A lot of people start on TikTok and all these things and go on with the music. But now, if selectors don't have the chance to play your music or something, you start playing the music, go on Facebook. If you go back for listening, all of them mute.
Mm-hmm.
There are certain people music you can't even play based upon based upon how they set it up. You can't play the music. You know what I'm saying? And I wish that somebody could come up with a platform, you know, that DJs could pay a monthly fee so that the artists could get for eat a food. You know, you remember now every DJ go on this platform, like you say paying $19.99 a month. But if you want pro, you pay $30 a month or whatever. So that when you play this music, it's not going to mute on this platform so that the royalties could go back to ASCAPs and BMI and all these different
Mhm.
copyrights agency who listening. So when they hear it, you a check coming to you every month based upon how much times the song play.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that is not happening. What is happening is that if you're gonna play Albino now, okay, bam, you're gonna listen, but by the time the me program done and you're going for listen back the program, some people mightn't be home, they're gonna re-listen, it mute. So they're gonna send me a message, oh, you do a program but it mute. But I'm sorry, if you wanna listen, you gotta go over to, because what I start doing, I'm streaming live on Twitch,
Mm-hmm.
Mixcloud, YouTube, Facebook at this present moment right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because some people might miss it. They could all go up on these, especially YouTube, and click in DJ Bigger the Teacher, Upliftment Records, and they could listen back to the program.
Yeah.
But if the music, the copyright content is restricted, and I play a song on YouTube, you know they get a software and they pick it up, they're gonna give me a warning, a copyright warning, because I've been banned from YouTube for like 5 6 months already before, and I send them an email asking them which was the song that I play that caused the situation, so I won't play it again. They never get back to me.
Mm-hmm.
So those are big companies. I'm a small little baby chicken feed
Yeah.
to them, but
But
it's
though,
just
but though, but you see, I mean, Prince, Michael Jackson, those people tried to explain this to us many years ago, in terms of you're the product, you create the product, right? I'm the product. I wrote my song, whatever, whatever. Now, because I put my song on their platform, and for various reasons that they have, my audience, you can't hear my song because I get copyright strike, because why? And they don't even own they don't own that. I'm an independent artist. So you see how the world is running and how the system and the Babylon system are work. It's still a work, bro. We can question everything we want about our existence, but this slavery mentality, Babylon system that we are doctrine under right now on this planet has not changed from 400 years ago or even longer. Because why? Brother, them take we out our land, Zin, but them not really take we out our land. Them take we out our mindset. Our mindset, our frame of mind. Because everything still dead in the soil and the land where we come from. Everything dead. And at them I take out everything out of the land, just like them I take out our music, where we sit down in front of our studio and say, okay, Bigger T, I could turn on the studio, I could do some work. You understand what me I tell you? See? We sit here so and do this work. And if we put up now full music on them platform, we actually get confused and a puzzle our brain. Why this, why that? I'll be already know why. So because I know why I don't really question it and I don't really make it bother me, because I know I say, alright, that's why I never record with a lot of producer. Whether or not them want to record with me or not. A lot of producers don't link with me anyway. So say, yo, I'll be them voice yo. So whatever work I'm doing, it's me putting in that work. Me, I influence myself. Me, I motivate myself. You know, say, okay, boy, me other man I do for him thing, you know. But it's how me I do my thing. Because even though I'm gonna do for them thing, me not try to be like nobody. Albino never try to be like no artist. And look, you have King Yellowman. Big up King Yellowman. Big up my real big brother King Yellowman. 100% always. Zin? But I didn't come and try to say, let me be like Yellowman. Albino, Yellowman, Yellowman. That's why I say Albino. For sure the difference. Because everyone we have righteous role of play. Zin? But so much of us got sidetracked, my brother. That's why these things are gonna be in your mindset to say, why internet is this, why internet is that. But it's a control. We buy their cars, but we still have to have a license. We have to insure it. We have to register it. But wait, if me buy that car and own that car there, why me have to have a license? Why me have to register it? Why me have to go through so much paper? Why me have to have so much paperwork to show you, say, this is my property? Then brother, really and truly, this is not my property. This is a illusion. This is an illusion. For you now pull me over and ask me for proof of something you see me in a brother, 90% of the world just get up and in and something went off for them. And just get up and thief it and others bikers just travel careless like that. So a lot of things that they have forced on us, trained us to think and brainwash us to think. From a little youth, Albino already have a deep program myself. That's why I'm different. Me not like to join a bag of crowd and talk because for one, most people can't reason. Because them can't, why I say most people can't reason? Them can't take criticism. Them don't allow each other to tell us, say, yo, you need improvement upon this. Improve it. No, them are going to start an argument all the time. Improve it. We are telling me, listener, man. Every good listener is a great learner. For make mistake, nothing wrong with it. You make one mistake. When you do that thing there again, because you make the mistake first time, you shouldn't make the mistake the second time, because you know from the first time. You learn from the first time, so you shouldn't make no mistake the second time. So if people don't learn, I don't know if they teach themselves in a what them do. They might get used, they might get trampled upon, and they might get confused. And they might continue to be confused because they can't even use their two eyes to help themselves. Or they might go open their third eye. Them not gonna discover it. Them can't discover it. Because inner them dark, they don't have no forgiveness. Majority of people nowadays don't know how forgive a person for just stepping on your shoes. The first thing is aggression. Hey, do your boy, ego. So ego has the best of us on this planet right now. Ego.
That's why a lot of artists can't bust because none of them get ego and they can't take criticism.
No, they can't.
Criticism because sometimes they come and work with certain engineers say, that's why I'm gonna mention this again. Philip Fattest is one of the greatest engineer me ever sit on next to because when you got Fattest supervise a song, I'ma put you in there and if you start record it and hear it, and right you tell you, give it the copy on a cassette back them days in 2006, 2007, you get on cassette, they tell you go home and listen it and come back the next day. And if you don't get it right, you like the song, but you tell you, listen, you gotta go home and come back till you get it right. You see what I'm saying? Because Fattest was very critics with music. That's why Experimental label was so great.
Take a pin, you see what you just said? Go home and get it right. No, what's the magical in between right there? The magical thing that's happening in between there now is your creativity and your determination and your commitment to knowing that, yes, when me go back tomorrow, I am gonna have this right. But most people, when you tell them, say, go get it right, the ego don't take over their mentality and them not go home go put in the work because them already tell themselves, say, you violate by telling them, say, go home, go put in the work and get it right and come back. You know, for them and say, no, sir, you don't know what you're talking about. Me already right. No, you're not. There's a thing called tone. There's a thing called key. If you know which key you're there, you know, and you're walking at any engineer studio and you don't know which key you're there, and you're not all the right tone, them are going to tell you to come out. Them are going to tell you to come out. You're not ready yet.
Well, only the good engineer of today, will tell you that because enough artists right now don't know key. I interview artists already and ask them and say you know key. No, me don't know key, you know. Me say you know to play instrument. Me never play instrument before. Me say, well, listen to me. If you never learn to play instrument, just try to learn to play instrument because knowing a key is very important. Knowing bars is very important because a good engineer tell you, listen, when I love the key way in, you know, change the key there. Because I want you to go up a little more or I want you to come down. Or I want you to stay right there. Because I can tell you, if you're singing in a B flat, C minor, C sharp, you know, A or whatever. You understand? Because some engineer get good listening ear. And like you
Yes.
said, critique is a very serious thing because sometimes I come in the studio and him come for voice a song. The engineer them up today is air revising the song and leave it like go. Right? So okay. It gone out it mix, but it never balanced. But cooperate now, hear the song and love
Mm-hmm.
it. Cooperate said they're gonna bring in a listening party. I'm gonna put the song inside of there and cooperate side. Listener said, nah. Cooperator called back said, no, we can't work with it because the song wasn't mixed good. You got to change your melody. The key that you're singing in and right, and you got to go back and do it. First
Mm-hmm.
thing some artists will say, them bad mind.
Yeah.
Your people bad
Definitely.
mind them and all these things. But at the end of the day, any good company that want to get involved with your music and your lyrical content himself is an album, a good album. The album have to be from top to bottom 99.9% strong because the production has to be great, your lyrical content have to be great, mixing and mastering have to be great, balancing the album have to be great. So when you get an album and if they like it, sometimes you're an independent artist, but they do a good album and they like it, they want to distribute it. But before they do the distribution, they're bringing a listening party. You understand? And a listening
Mm.
party don't have to be 10 people. A listening party is a group of 5 or 3 people with
Yeah.
good ear song. They're
Yeah.
gonna put it in their system because the system that they're putting it into is not a big song. The bags are small because Fattest used to kill my dad and listen to his music on some small speakers because
Mm-hmm.
when you mix and master and it plays good in the small speakers and you hear the tweeters and everything knocking. You're hearing the balance and everything. You don't know, well, okay, this is right because I used to train a engineer named Murphy at the time. But
Mm-hmm.
Fattest is a big mixer, man. I used to go in one time and see the board. That was a like a 35 track,
Yeah. Yeah.
40 track board. The man just go, cause he had a funny and pull along all them switches up, bam, 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 bam. Pull out them plug and start do it over back. Just because he did doing a song for Luciano at that time. You understand? But
Analog.
I always upset that I never really put my interest into the part. I was just used to
Yeah.
looking because I just went on vacation and spent a little time and then I used to be in the studio every day. I spent like 6 months in Jamaica and I used to be there
Mm-hmm.
every single day. So there are certain things that I remember. I don't know the practical, but I know the theory a little bit if I sit
Yeah.
down with
Yeah.
another engineer and a man coming for voices. Like people
Yeah.
that send music to me for play. They
Mm-hmm.
send their music. Like a promoter asked me a day, she called me and asked me, she said, why you don't play certain this person music? Or really, guy, why you don't play the music that I sent to you? I said, listen to me carefully. I said, if I'm in a session, any selector will tell you, and you there in a session and you playing the music. And if you the one before I play music, I just listen to it before I play it and hear. So
Mm-hmm.
okay, if you play in a session, okay, your BPM now is like we said 70, 75, 80, whatever BPM you're playing. And a song, 4 song from certain so whosoever the promoter sent. And everybody feeling the vibe. But when you take the person's song now, you put it in, it goes up, boom. You don't know how the people them that listen to them get the energy and feeling. And when you put in the song gone right down like a plane going into
Yeah.
the Atlantic
But the
Ocean.
BPM don't match up, you know? The ambience don't match up. The ambience have to match up. There's a pocket. There's a thing
And then,
called a pocket.
and the mixing quality too.
Yeah.
Because reggae music is a jealous thing I always tell people. That drum and bass off is sweet. Himself on the West Coast part in a New York, they're making reggae music, but it's still short. It's still
Mm-hmm.
short of that drum and bass and the rubber dub and the
Yeah.
like if you smoke a joint and the bass, you just lay back and just rubbing the bass, playing the bass
Oh,
real
yes.
sweet.
You have to
You know?
put the authenticness in it. You can't leave out the authenticness. If you leave out the authenticness, it's just a carbon copy of the real thing. And
The
that's
real
what it
reggae, the real
yeah.
reggae was born in Jamaica. And it's
Yes,
not
sir.
care what else. No, everybody else go and playing reggae. It was born in Jamaica because
Yeah, because
there's
we all can
there,
remember when the outlet was, where was it coming from? Only Jamaica. And these were the times when radios and television and a lot of platform was not playing reggae music. I can remember when, you know what I mean, you're lucky if you hear a reggae song, much less a dancehall song on any radio in Canada. I remember those days. You
yeah,
know what I mean? And that
because
seemed like it was
within
yesterday.
the real reggae music, you know, back in the days of Bongo Orman and all them go into the studio, man, you know, you go with the song and sit down, engineer listen to you, call in these musicians, and they start from scratch because them time was big real analog. You see what I say?
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
not this. And I always like a live drum because the first thing that are starting in the studio is the drum and the bass. The
Yes.
drum and the
Yes.
bass is the first thing. Then they're
Always.
gonna bring in the keyboard. Check it, skeng,
Yeah,
skeng,
that kick
skeng.
drum and that snare. Yeah, man.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Authenticity, you know?
That,
You can't get rid of. It's like calypso and soca. They don't leave the blueprint. They don't leave it. They stay to the roots. You
yeah,
understand? It's the
man.
same thing. It's the same thing. Hip hop is hip hop. Dancehall, dancehall. And when we say a lot of time people use the word dancehall and reggae to clarify things. To be honest with you, dancehall was the building that you go. Okay. So all I want go on under one umbrella are just reggae music. So even where you see Cartel doing them and say, oh, DJ or dancehall, dancehall. No, it's still reggae. Reggae. All
But
of
the
it.
but the reggae build up in a lot of things. Cause you had ska, mento, you know what I
You
mean?
have you're gonna have different
The
genre of
genre of reggae.
genre, but
Yeah,
I still
yeah,
reggae. You
yeah.
understand? I still
Rocksteady,
reggae. Rocksteady,
rocksteady
reggae,
sweet.
right? Lovers rock,
Rubber dub,
rubber dub,
lovers rock.
reggae. Eh? A bunch of killer them I do, eh? I can't spoil that feed. Reggae. I still reggae. The only
Yeah.
difference, the unique difference is why it's reggae, and everybody are confused. Oh, reggae bigger than dancehall, dancehall bigger than reggae. There's no such thing as reggae versus dancehall, dancehall versus reggae. Because first and foremost, there's no such thing as dancehall. Dancehall is the all. People just tend to label what going on right now as dancehall. You don't know how them brain can't realize, bro, nothing no name dancehall. At the all where we used to go because the music can't play upon the commercial radio. So we are go down one look at all where we set up, figure hear the music where we and then look at producer them produce up the road up Jammies or King Tubbies or whatever. We're gonna listen to them music here because we really don't want to play the music here, Rasta Revolution and music them here. So I saw the word dancehall come into play. But the overall thing is just reggae. The whole of we do reggae music and I represent the culture of reggae.
Yes, with all that said and done, right? How is your catalog within your what about touring bookings and all these things? How this year is working out for you within gigs and all them things?
I would say this year is including right now with you, it's just a reintroduction to everything with Albino all over again. You know what I mean? Like I took a time back and just build in the studio, just build, well, work on songs. You know what I mean? Just work on me. You have a few of them tonight that you're gonna hear that you play or whatever. But that's what I've been on, just working on getting the right content, the right energy, the right feel. So I wasn't really worried about, oh, let me release a lot of content. I have a lot of content out there. I do have a lot of content. I have a whole heap of songs. But on the scale of saying, are they all released? No. I used to do music where I would hear a rhythm and just jump on it. But at the same time, I didn't understand at that point that, man, you could be a waste of energy, because you're not gonna put out a rhythm there because I know yours. It's a rhythm already out there in the world. And if you know the business of reggae music, a lot of people I think got confused with thinking Albino of like Ray. No. There's not a lot of stuff released on Albino. There's stuff, there's a good amount of music released. But in terms of having a vast catalog release, no, it's probably sitting in my computer, waiting for me to do it the right way and have the right people on board and release the right songs in terms of, you know, I was in a stage where I would do a song and just put it up on YouTube or put it up on Facebook or whatever. That's the phase I was in, but I was doing it so much and so hard that people was like, yo, I mean a bad, that song the bad, and if they look for it somewhere, they wouldn't find it because it's not released. But however, every single one of them is copywritten because I would still sign them in SoCan. You know what I mean? As I write them, I boom, tag them in SoCan. As a writer, boom, boom, put in my credits, everything. So I know that, hey, I mean, own that. So if you want to go around with Albino, you can go on. You'll get the infringement right, pan. Because Albino is copywritten. You understand? So I never worry about putting out a lot of content. I'm more concerned myself with when I get that opportunity, which I think now is that time. I'm getting the opportunity, and a lot of producers who want to say, if they want to run in now, I may not work with some of them. I may work with some of them, but if their business is not straight, I'm not just gonna work with any and anybody because I not do this for clout, for hype, for views, for stream or like. I naturally do this because hey, only one albino and only one king yellow. You understand? And it's not every day in a life only say two of them people I do this thing here. And I rate the culture and I love the culture and I respect everybody. And you know what I mean? And I pay homage to who needs to pay homage to. So me have whole heap of music. Me have whole heap of performance because I toured all of Canada. When you say touring, um Wayne Wonder. Big up to Wayne Wonder. When I was first starting off, as soon as I drop a video called Albino my name, it also made me get the opportunity to tour all of Canada with Wayne Wonder, opening up for him, right? And that was with a company called Definitive and the cigarette company called Dumarier, right? And that was like a 6 week tour across every major city in Canada. And then after I done that, I left and I went to Jamaica and I toured all 14 parishes in Jamaica. And I also got the opportunity to do like, open up Reggae Sunfest dance all night. I got the opportunity to be on like Champion in Action, and many other shows down there, and became like I would say an overnight sensation in Jamaica, which I wasn't expecting it. But when I was there doing my thing, like I literally couldn't walk. I literally couldn't walk anywhere and nobody knew Albino. Or shout out Albino or some commotion or something. So I love the land of my birth, Jamaica. You understand? But the freedom that I saw doing my music also overwhelmed me to know that, whoa, I'm being received by these people and they actually love what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? Even Bogle. The night when Bogle died or passed away, rest in peace, and me and Bogle apart. And me decided to me I go home because I kinda tired. Because the first time I met Bogle, I'm so nervous and shy in the dancehall space going to a club named Asylum at the time.
Yeah,
And
man.
Bogle
Them
see me
time,
and grab me. Bogle
them
see me
time
and grab me and
asylum is
jump up
nice,
and dance
man.
floor. You understand? And like I can say, even the very first time when I met Vibes Cartel too, I was in the club just chilling in the club and Vibes Cartel send a couple of people and call me and say, "Youth, I hear a video and mash up the place, brother. You are rare." And my first Red Bull I ever got to drink was from him. And after 2 days, I never speak about me drink that Red Bull. You understand? So big up the teacher still. As I say from them time until now.
Eh,
You understand? So we and that was a tour with the Reggae Boys when they were going to Germany to play for the World Cup or whatever. They toured to Germany with the Reggae Boys. So we did that. That was me, Vice Meal, Kiprich, Maka Diamond, Deli Ranks, Courtney, Yogi John. The list goes on and on. There's a lot of people on that cavalcade, Irie FM, RJR, a lot of big sponsors was on that tour too because, Red Stripe, and then I also did a show in the north side of Jamaica with was a place, a club, a resort called Edonism. So we took over the whole entire resort and sent out to people them and we had a show with me, myself, India Ari, the Roots, Jermaine Dupree, Yin Yang Twin, Bone Crusher, and me and all these people were like this for like 2 weeks. Just, I even remember when the Roots invite me to have dinner with them, Black Thought, and says, "Yo, man, you're so prolific as an artist. We had to have dinner with you." So all those things was happening to me so fast and so surreal that it was like, boom, you know. Even with Champion Action, I'll tell you a story. After doing the show in Negril, coming back to Kingston like 1:30 a.m. in the morning, driving back from Negril, got a call from none other than Mr. Dudos, because I'm a promote Champion Action, a film show. And I, as a young artist, I'm supposed to perform anywhere from 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the night. But because I was doing other gigs, I didn't way out to do other gigs. So when them call me on the phone now, I tell them, say, boy, I don't feel like I'm going to do the show, because it's too late. I'm going to reach back Kingston, it's not going to really work out. He must say, yeah. The man tell me, say, only one artist in a life can tell him them not do him show, and him go along and say, it's okay, and I bury someone. One artist, bury someone, I don't want the artist can tell him, say, yo, nah do your show, and him say, alright. But upon that, now when me tell him me nah do him show, would you believe me now? Me I drive through Fern Gully, I come dark. Me and a couple people in the car come back at town. A 4 young bike me see pull up, knock the window, and ask, if I'll be in another vehicle, we say, yeah. And they say, yo, the dads want you to perform on the show. Are you the people they want to see? So them 4 bike man escort me all the way back to Jamworld.
Jano Star.
Escort me back to Jamworld. The vehicle pull up right at the front of the right at the stage, and when as the door open, the MC Nuffy I say, yo, someone wanna say no color, so what? But yes, I did it. So I have a lot of experience that I gone through where make me love my culture and my music and things that I do. Cause me don't need people to tell me how fast me can rise with when me I do and how fast me can get attention. I was always getting attention from the first day I was born on this planet. Look for me. I'm not lacking attention. It's just that I know how to put that homework in. I had to learn how to put the homework in to say, okay, you have to know how to please the audience with. You have to know how to please the people that's looking in on you. Because if I wasn't built for this, I wouldn't do it. And I approach it with a positive light. I approach things with a positive light. Doesn't matter how much I get knocked down, I'm going to pick myself back up. I'm not going to wait for you to pick me up. I'm going to always pick myself back up because a lot of people may not know or realize I'm a very independent person and I rely on myself 150 billion%. So therefore, I don't allow any excuse. And I don't feel sorry for myself or weak for myself. You understand? I'm very strong-minded like that.
Say talk some history because no more asylum, no more champion in action because champion in action that was who? Kokoti? That was Kokoti was used to keep champion in action. No, Kokoti used to Kokoti. Oh, Dados and champion in
Ram
action
Jam.
is Jam is Kokoti.
Jam, yeah.
May his soul rest in peace.
Yeah.
Back in the days in the Caribbean, I used to run for them cassette when them cassette come out, that VHS. I used to watch them Champion in Action Part 1, 2, 3. I used to watch them cassette.
Yeah, man.
I mean?
Even
get them
pasta
thing now.
and all them thing there, brother. I do pasta and the whole of them thing there, bro. Because when we're in the streets, in the streets, I introduce Albino to the people, and the people just love it. From one in a Jamaica to the next in a Jamaica, I have it in the palm of my hand.
Yes, sir. So let me show you gotta give me two acapella, because say anytime I play your music, then it strike me because everything, you know what I mean? You know what it is.
Madness, man.
Yeah, man. Give
You
me
see it?
acapella. Himself is a little piece of acapella because
A little piece of acapella.
you got a tune name, a tune name Art. I want to see if me can play just a little 10 second of it because it's nice,
Which one?
Grammy Hort.
Oh,
Art is a big song because me start my program with Art yesterday and then
yeah.
me come with Grammy. You see me say?
Mad. Win, we are win. Lose, them I lose. A negative press make them make the news.
Yeah, man, big
Them no
tune.
one for rise, them one for flop. Them no one see bigger teacher, seal pan the block. Seal pan the
Yeah,
block. Money
yeah.
men make big T run laps round them. More money make spend none pan them.
You
You
know what
don't know the
say?
quenching already.
You know what say with the
Alpino with
quenching?
name and we not play no game. Is it that them love me or them just love my fame? Alpino me name and me not play no game. Is it that them love me or them just love my name? Albino the vino, the girl them vino, the girl them love albino like them love fine wine. Albino the vino, the girl them vino, the girl them love albino like them love fine wine. What's my name? Everybody wanna find out. Albino new kid on the block. How my time now for many ladies rock. Me know them swimming on me yellow suit with me yellow what. Once I get started, no way will I stop. From the ear was one way I rhyme non-stop. Enough I wanna love on Albino. Was singing at the club, me love for party, no time for bus shots. The girl them in at the club, them love Albino non-stop. Them say we look good no from the bottom to the top. Enough one find out if we sweet like so what's up. We want them to know we sweet like honey drops. No participating and no sour act. Cause anything Albino touch is bound to be at. Alpino we name and we not play no game. Is it that them love me or them just love my fame? Alpino me name. I bigger T tell them we're born poor, but we tired of the poor life. All we know about sure them don't know in hungry days and sleepless night. What them know about
Yo,
full people to act right.
them vocals are wicked. You know
Cool
something?
now, man.
You know something? Let me show you something, man. I'm the poorest race because here what? Enough artists can't sing back them song because of auto tune. And you just organic. You see what I'm saying? Enough
All
artists
right.
can't do that. You know. Just to cut the record song, just to use song. You understand?
Yes,
And
sir. Because
cappella.
like me say, you have to know if you put in the homework and you have to know if you know what I mean. That's how we say, me say. What them know about big dream, big money, big life. Live clean, that a teacher lifestyle. Big dream, big money, big life. Live clean, that a Dexter lifestyle. Me get a big dream in a me sleep last night. You know they quench my mafia, alright? Father feel live big, you get the sight. Me set me own a trend, so me do what me like. When the yang pull out front, wheeling out the sky. Every chop bigger teacher make you know is a vibe. We have to make money and we not turn a lie because we have to let the money rise up in the sky. About big dream, big money, big life. Live clean, that a teacher lifestyle. Big dream, big money, big life. Live clean, that a free lifestyle. Man shop on the hill and overlook the city lights. The views are Spanish there. Jeez. Don't know already, brother. We can go all night, you
Hot
know.
of
That's the
fire,
energy
hot of
vibe.
fire, hot, hot,
Cool now, man.
yeah,
Cool
hot,
now, man.
hot,
Cool now, man. Fire
hot.
off a burn, you know. Fire off a
Yo,
burn.
to
Fire ever
all
off
the
a burn.
listeners, all the
Fire off a
listeners,
burn.
listen what go on, Albino, you know. Just a quench
We don't
it,
have
you
to
know what I
listen
mean?
out, you know. Them
Yes,
have to
I.
listen, man.
Listen out, man. Sparky Melody, big up yourself, you know. Yeah, man, a whole heap of artists that on it, you know, Albino. Yes, I. Yes, people from all over the world, I listen to your brother. Foundation, reggae,
You can
superstar,
never hurt me
Albino.
again. Ready?
Yeah, man.
You'll never hurt me again. You can never hurt me again, me again. Me no put my trust in the enemies, neither friend, neither friends. You can't tell the enemies different nowadays from your friend. As long as God is by my side, just me and him. I just me and him. Me not trust people, them talking evil. Friend killer, them kill for no reason. No smoke from them, this spliff we season. Them cokehead style is not feasible. Unbelievable. Look how you treat them and them treating you. Gonna them bad behavior misleading you. Good over evil, and that me preach to you. Bigger T tell them, you can never hurt we again, me again. We no put my trust in our enemies, neither friends, neither friends. You can't tell the enemies different ideas from your friend. As long as God is by my side, I just me and him. Bigger D, I just we and him. Yo, I just we and him. I walk, now we and him I talk. Psalm 91, yo, the two we a chant. We learn not to trust, not a shadow
Hot
of the
it up.
dark. You can't trust bad mind people with your heart. And not every vote they make tongue fit talk. See me I tell
Hot
you.
it up. Hot it up.
And them tune
Hot
they
it up.
produced by Street 6 Classic. You want to know say possibly that are the next release where we're gonna drop. You understand that song because you have it exclusively and you alone have it like that. So don't give it to nobody kind of release. And it
No
never
star.
master yet. You know, master yet
Me know,
fully
me
yet.
know, me know. Me
Yeah,
listen, you know. Yeah, me listen, you know. Yeah, me know
yeah,
what
but we
going.
just don't want to forget to make you know you can have something exclusive if you make the people know so when I get to hear something exclusive right now. Only you alone can play it. You understand for now?
Yeah,
So any
man.
other
Respect
DJ
our
have to play it,
manners.
they can't get it. They can't get it. No give it to them. They don't have no
Respect
permission.
our manners. Respect our
Can't tell
manners, man. Yeah,
yeah,
man. Me
man.
love it. Me love it. Me love it. Me love it. You see, like I said, your vocals is foundation. You see me
Mm-hmm.
say? Because
Thank you, thank you.
like I say, some of the young generation, and I bash nobody, but they use too much of auto tune, man.
Yeah, yeah. You can't use it, but you can't make it a control everything you do. You understand? You feel like, cause my my thing is like you have to make a natural voice speak for itself. May I make it your exclusive thing again?
Yeah,
This
man.
that thing here, not even the producer not have it. Our producer named Spread the Glory. BSRDC selector. Spread the Glory. Big up yourself, my brother. I'm a father. You understand? Raise
Respect
them
our
people and
manners.
look out for
Yeah,
them.
man.
This is just a sample like a demo thing for a one drop rhythm. You know want to hear a sample of it? Alright.
Yeah, man. Let it go.
Glory. Yes, you know the punch. A woman need a woman. That can't see water, you know? We need a good girl in our lives. Hey, you know? It's like just a piece that go with a good. Girl, you have me hooked. Girl, you have me hooked. Girl, you have me hooked. Let me know how good love it feel. Girl, you got me shook. You got me shook, girl. You got me shook, girl. Knowing our love is real. Girl, you have me hooked. Girl, you have me hooked.
Upliftment! Slow down! You know it's make it down. I represent for upliftment sound. Bad in the building, guy violate his stop plate and kill him.
Yes,
Kick it down!
I.
You got me shook, you got me shook, girl. You got me shook, girl. Knowing our love is real. She put me in a mood that me can't resist. She make me feel good, she and me happiness. Now young to the core, she not go switch. Anytime we make a move, she never itch. She no one of them girl never sit down and itch. Make her full of time, but no make her head chip. More time she nice, more sometimes she flip. Really captain, but she still be sure. You have me hook, girl, you have me hook. So you see we try
Wicked.
to we just, you know
Yes,
what I mean?
I.
We just know if we go in every pocket like we're not talk about, you have to know your key and know the feel. So whatever it's an energy rhythm or it's a dancer rhythm or it's a jump up rhythm or it's a one drop rhythm, my job is to conquer that rhythm as an artist. You know, see it? Yeah, man, and we always put in the work when it come to them thing there. That's why I just play them thing there for sure and say, yo, when it come to versatility, I know me not lack of it. You understand? No, me have
You're
a whole
dead
heap.
there. You can't
Yeah,
fit anyway. Me know you can't fit anyway, man. Me
anyway.
know say you can't
You,
fit anyway,
you
brother.
You send certain rhythm like that to somebody, I say, hey, that rhythm is too boring, man. I don't think they are going to. But me, I listen to music, and me, I try to put down music, the art of music. And what the rhythm I said to me. I know me, and the beat said that to me. So me, I put with the beat, I tell me if you put in it. So you hear that song that come out.
Yeah, man, because me have to big up Show No Mercy promotion, Me have to
Every
big
time
up
I big up
Tracy
Mama
Christie.
Tracy Christie, man. I
Mama
want Tracy Christie,
Tracy. Yeah,
I
man, I
want Tracy
want
Christie,
Tracy.
One show no mercy, Oh, how them a talk about Lucy or Percy. One show no mercy. And she named Tracy Christie. Big up yourself, my promoter. You don't know the quenching is no benching.
Yes, Tracy. Big up, big up, big up, big up. Enough love, manners, and respect. Yes,
You know,
I.
say why we are. Say why we are show some big up. Me have some people want big up. Me can big up some people. I mean, no say
100%
man
brother,
proving.
warm to you, man. Good do your
One big
thing,
up
man.
Strictly Roots Apparel. You understand? Everybody go check out strictlyrootsapparel.com. You don't know the quenching already. Forget anyone I want to gear them from hat to your shirt, hoodie, t-shirt. I'm a brethren, you understand? Strictly Roots Apparel. Hey, I want to big up my brethren Scabba Steady vibes. Big up Scabba You don't know the quenching already. I want to big up Street 6 Classic. The producer for the whole of everything we hear at one. Big up Street 6 Classic. You understand? I mean, I say big up Father God. And like usual, big up my mother and my father. I mean, I say bigger teacher, big up yourself. Thank you for having me on in this wonderful, amazing, blessing interview, reasoning. Jehovah's my appreciation, gratitude, and love go to everybody we're logging and tuning right now. May God bless everybody we are listening right now. And everybody we are listening right now. I love
I love
just
just
everybody do the
body do
right
the
thing.
right thing.
You understand? And just show each other that compassion, that respect, and people forgiveness. We could teach forgiveness, people. You understand? Too much gun crime are going people. We have to teach forgiveness to the young youth and we have come up. And to us, some of the old people, them to a day, brother, when they know the difference, we never set no example. All them, it not too late to teach them the example, people. So you don't know. On that note, I have to just big up. Big up on my brethren, big up my aunt's brethren, Janai. Big up my brethren, Coleridge, you understand me? I say big up the people, them, not the place. You see me, I say all the real supporter, them who know themselves, big up on themselves. From day one, you understand? We know the quenching.
Yeah, man.
DJ Prince, don't I, big up yourself. Dookie D, big up yourself. You understand? Yeah.
Yeah, man. For me, I want to say thanks very much to each and every one. You know what I'm saying? Who always tune in on Vibes Entertainment Live alongside Show No Mercy Promotion. Each and every one from all the streams. Thanks very much for tuning in. Thanks very much for listening. It's a joy and a pleasure of full and brightness. You people make me want to do more all the time. Show No Mercy Promotion. Teamwork make the dream work. You know what I'm saying? So many talented artists. Albino, trust me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
We up on this interview, this reasoning. You see what I'm saying? And the spiritual connection is so great because you know how much time we there and we don't feel the time like we just start because you know why? The vibes is just right. Because the
Yeah,
devil,
vibe, just right.
the devil try to lock it off and we mash it up, we beat him up bad. You see what I'm saying? The
King of Line
foundation is
bad, man.
yeah, man. The foundation is strong, man. You see what I'm saying? And
Really, really, really strong.
to each to each and every artist out there, never give up your dreams. Never make nobody tell you say you can't do nothing. Your music not nice because what them not like, somebody else will love it. You see what I'm saying?
Aye.
Just make sure you do a good production. Take your time. If you sell a song, take 6 months for write and thing, but just make sure it right. So when you put it out, you could reap the fruit. Make sure it be a permanent crop and not a cash crop. Your lyrical content was great and excellent. You see what I'm saying? Because in this music time, it's not a time for just put out a song or there and then when it not play, you're vexed, you want showing your white towel because they say people not buy it, people not listen. But you have to give people something to listen to, something to run with. You know, a lot of things going on in the world. You know what I mean? Find a nice melody that the smallest child from the baby to the oldest person could sing it. You see what I'm saying? Like Angel got a big song right now. Save Me. You see what I'm saying? Everybody sing it.
Yeah.
Sky God got a big song called the rhythm, 2 times rhythm is one of the biggest rhythm right now in the world. Even though
Big.
the devil trying for hold it down, you understand? Because this crab in a barrel business still going on. But I want to big up Singer Irie, you know. Singer Irie just do a very good song. A song named Spread Love. Big song on the same rhythm. Yeah, man. Because the crab in a barrel business, you got to let the reggae music evolve because it's been a while. Because back in the days, King Jammy defined the Slim Thing rhythm. A whole Slim Thing rhythm get 2 set of artists, you know. It's over about 30 to 35 people up on the Slim Thing rhythm, you know.
Yeah, man. The King Jammy's production, they went fast.
You know what I mean? So with this rhythm that Cargo, that man lick over real nice. Another man a cry wolf because all you have to do is vice for the rhythm because I love the intro. You understand? And the hands of the man put inside it, you know what I mean? Yeah, big up the Sky God, you know. Yes, I. Big up the
Yes,
Albino. Yeah, man.
Exclusive. You know, we're not leave the show now. We're not give them a couple exclusive, you know already, you know.
Yes,
You
I
understand?
struggler Richie Faith. Yeah, big up yourself, Richie Faith, struggler. Yeah, man. Bless up.
Big up Richard Peter and Struggle in the building, you see?
Yeah.
Do whole heap of chatting, so I forget them some sample or some song. I get one next 3 6 where we gonna drop, you know. I just sample because I don't know if we quenching already in a normal.
Run
See?
it.
So me just find a way to say, yo, I just run something like I hear something.
Only know you love her when you let her go. Only know you love her when you let her go. Me now tell no lie that me feel away. The way that girl treat me that me feel away. We used to be close, now we fade away. It feels like the night but it turns to day. We used to the smile, now I just tears. Can't get me sleep through the nightmares. Looking at the mirror by myself, me stare. Searching for love, is it really there? If you tell me say you love me, then you better make it sure. Love on the road, plant to make it grow. The good feeling and vibes make it flow. If you tell me say you love me, then you better make it sure. Love on the road, plant to make it grow. The good feeling and vibes make it flow. Love is like triangle, make sure you can angle. Wear it on your heart like a bangle. The feeling we get more times entangled. It's like I'm caught up in a struggle, a strangle. Cut off the chains, off my ankle. Light an incense, burn a candle. No one to live my life no more in a shambles. If you tell me say you love me, then you better make it sure. Love on the road, plant to make it grow. The good feeling and vibes make it flow. If you tell me say you love me, then you better make it sure. Love on the road, plant to make it grow. The good feeling and vibes make it flow.
So me I tell you, produce
Yes,
by
sir.
3 6 again, you understand? And we just
Yeah.
keep them moving. Cause it wouldn't normal if they not hear that. Hey people, you see that one here? I want to go pick it up on every digital platform. But me have to do this as a justice to Albino because I couldn't be on the live when I do this and I couldn't know about the major tune that we are push right now. So me don't want nobody come bad me up and cuss me off later. Yeah, that's why so I have to put in the work. That's why I do this. So here, me I make you a sample of Grammy.
Hey yo, Street 6. You know it's classic. This bad no bongo. Street 6 rock. You know it's Albino. You know the quenching is
What big at teacher?
boy. You know the quenching.
You know the question is obsessive. I know that from a big and a real vibe. Yo, run over.
Yo. Straight 6, link up Johnny. Tell him we're going for the Grammy. Nominations up, hear my mommy. After win that one from a granny. When I win, you a win, them want you lose. Them only come around with them bag of excuse. Same place that's all left them in the dirt. Same place they got left them in the dirt. Win we a win, lose them a lose. And negative press make them make the news. And negative press make them make the news. Make the news. Big at it. Them the one with the right, the one with the flap. Them the ones say they be my seal on the block. Them the ones say they be my seal on the back. Big at it. Money where we make run laps round them. More money make more problem. Big at it. Spend none on them. Save up your money for the house and land them. Have a hot girl from Miami a follow me. She has 10 contracts, she want hire me. Anywhere me go, money a
Yes, I technical problem. I don't know what going on there. Yes, I give thanks and praise unto the Most High Jah Rastafari. Aye. Yeah. Sorry for the technical difficulties, me on the other side, Yeah. Check, 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 check.